having some audio issues in part 1. I haven't seen anybody come in yet. Let me refresh my chat. I'm setting up my YouTube over on my tablet. This is part 2. We had sound issues on part 1. If you popped in here, let me know if the sound is okay. No comments yet. I am setting up my tablet. I'm having a problem over here finding my own stream. It says it ended 4 minutes ago. Am I still live? Am I still live? Got 3 of you in here. Let's restart YouTube. Having an issue. Let's close it out. Well, I might have to switch devices. Let's just do that. Oh, it's warm in here. Let me know if my sound is okay. I guess I can tell on here. Turn the sound down. Switch. Account. Having a problem. I'm having a problem. Live. Got an ad. Oh, Angie says, Meri, it's okay. You are still live. Hi, Becky. Angie, yes, Meri, you are live. You are at your craft table. Thank you. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming back. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I don't know why this tablet is not picking up anything. I hate it when I have to spend my time. I have to spend my time setting things up after I get online. I hate that. I should be able to do this. I should be able to do this offline, but there's no way. There it is. Finally popped in. Okay, so I can turn this off. Because I want to save this in case I want to look up something. Come on. Okay. Oh, that fan feels good. It's warm in here. So I was working on, well, Angie, I'm going to send this to you. Let me get an envelope and put it in there right now. And I'm just going to wrap it up in a piece of paper. You'll know what it is when you get it. Well, I should write on it. I'll do that later. I'll take this out in the other room, and then after chat, I'll get these all ready to go. My brother will mail them this morning. They were supposed to go out Monday. Okay, so what I did in the other stream was take apart this eco-dyed. That Becky was right. She said, Meri, those are geraniums. No, they're Meri, they're geraniums. So what I want to do is, I'm not going to eco-dye here. I'm going to take one and experiment. I don't think these larger ones, because they're curly, will work for me. I'm going to toss these. I'll get, if this works, I'll get some better larger ones. We're just going to play with a couple of these flat ones, maybe this one. And this one has a... All right. And then I got a piece of wax paper left from yesterday. This will be good. And I'm just going to, actually, I think I'll play with a pretty paper here, if I can get one out before I don't want to put it right in my journal. Oh, I have things stacked to high heavens here. See if I can find a paper here to use. There's some ledger paper. That might be good. Let me grab one of these others. I never get a hold of things that I want. And this is not the sun dyeing. I just want a piece of paper that I can play with here. I think these are mostly... I don't want to try the ledger right off the bat. I just want a plain piece. And then if that works, I'll try the ledger. Let's... What I want to do is I want to turn this to where this one doesn't have much. I'll try that side. And this side, I guess. These are pretty because they're dried. And that's my good book. Hold on, Meri's making a mess here. Oh, I could try that. I was really looking for the gold. I got these metallics that I didn't realize I had down here on the bottom shelf. Here, is that what I want? One more turn of the... Oh, that fan is blowing on my neck. It feels so good. Well, we're going to try this. This is kind of thick. And I want a decent brush. end. Just in case I need it, I'm going to get this paper out. So what I have here are some leaves. These have dried. I don't think you really need dried ones. And of course, I'm going to have an issue getting this open. Maybe I should zoom in a little, fix my camera a little. Let me know if the sound goes bad again. I think it's our weather. I think we got some, I think it might be raining out. At least we're not having a tornado. Let me fix the camera. Zoom in a little for you. Is that a little better? Arlene said she'd be back in a few minutes. Arlene is right. Angie, at least the crown is not blocking the comments. Yeah, I can turn that off and on now in my settings. Oh, the crown, not the crown, I don't know, it's not on today, is it? Huh. I can turn that little emoji setting, the little heart setting off and on in my settings now. All right, what I want to do, let's try this one. And what you do is you just grab some paint, and this really needs some water. It is drying up on me. I need to use it. It's old paint. Where's my water bottle? And this, you can dilute this. Yeah. Let's see what I have here. Yeah, it's getting thick in there. I need to use this before it goes completely bad on me. It's getting pretty thick. Boy, it was thick. Put some more in there. I guess I'm going to be doing some gold. It's a little better. Of course, I'll get it right where I put my fingers. All right. All right, what I want to try to do here is take some of this gold and swish it across this leaf. Gently. And this might be too thick to, and I'm going to put on a little bit of the stem. And then you take it on your paper. Let me take care of this brush. Tear this off. Now that'll blow. Put my paper down. You take it and you put it on your, I need another, what did I do with them? Oh, they're under here. Grab a, and I don't know how long you leave this. I wouldn't think you leave it too long. And what it does is it makes a print. Oh, I hope I can get it back up. Didn't get the stem. And it's a little thick. That one's pretty. So I'm going to try this again. I'm going to put a little bit more water in that paint. I'm going to try it again on my ledger paper. This is a water-based paint, so I can put, it is a metallic though, but I think it's thick. I've had this for years. This paint, and it's getting old. That was enough. That made it nice and juicy. Might have been too much. Maybe not. I need to use up this gold paint. I can cut those out and use them for clusters or something. All right. So let's try another one. I don't know how much of these you can use, I suppose, until it falls apart on you. It may not fall apart though. I might be able just to use the leaf itself. That one's kind of pretty if I could get the edge here. It's just a way of printing. Let's try it one more time. This is the first time I've done this, so it's kind of an experiment for me. This is not a new technique. This is something I saw online. It's new to me. I could probably just glue the leaf in there. After it's been painted several times. You guys aren't seeing this. Let me zoom in again. Or change the angle of my camera. I got a chance to watch Dee Dee yesterday because we've been having some rainy weather in the mornings. That I think I pretty well have used that leaf. I'm going to set it aside. Let's try one on some ledger paper. That's kind of a test there. Let's try a piece of ledger paper. And I think because I want to put this in that journal that I'm working on, I think I will. Ooh, let's put it. This page is perfect. Let's tear it. Be nice to put it right in there or on the writing. Let's do it first. Let's pick a flat leaf. This one's kind of curly. That one, right up in here maybe. Like that. Okay. And you want to put your paint on the ridge side. These don't have a, it has a ridge, but it's not a very defined one. All right, let's try this again. Actually, I think that was probably my best one up there, but the paint's pretty thick. This one's not bad. That one's not bad. For trials. It's my experimenting here. Oh, I did it on the side, the other side. Let's put it like, that's not the way I wanted it to go. Well, Oh, that's pretty. I made a nice leaf print. Let's do another one below it. And these leaves are pretty fragile because they're drying out. I think if I had fresher leaves, it might work better. But it rained. I didn't want to go out in the rain. That's pretty. I'll have to try some more different shapes of leaves. These are just what I had in the house here. I want to try a different paint too. See if I can't get that stem a little better. Now I'm not sure if they used a paper over their leaf to do this, but I find that it's easier for me to use a paper. Oh, that's a pretty one. Let's see if I can get one from down here off of this. A lighter, because that was pretty thick. Yeah, I got a chance to, well, I watched a little Becky yesterday morning too. Or I guess it was yesterday afternoon. Oh, that's pretty. All right, we're going to set that aside. Can I get one going off of the edge here? And I imagine you could put a leaf over, like they're falling on the ground, with maybe like a red color or something. I'm not going to try that here. I think my paint is pretty well dried. But I could take this leaf itself and decoupage it on. We'll set this aside and let it dry. And I want to try some with the blue paint, and then we'll move on. I just wanted to experiment with it. Let's get what I can off my brush. This reminds me of Dee Dee yesterday. She was talking about a dust journal where you just scrape off your old paint. Well, this is just a paper, but I will use that. All right, let me put this brush in the water and maybe fold my wax paper so that the gold goes on the inside. Like that. And we'll try another leaf. I'm going to save this one too. We'll take another leaf and that other half of my ledger paper here. And I'm going to try a blue. Get my leaves out here. That one kind of is curly. I want a nice flat one. That's pretty. And this one is curved. How about something like that? Put that up there. See, this one folded up on itself. It's okay, we're going to use it that way. Something like that. This one's broken. Throw it away. All right, can I remember that? I don't know. I'm going to do this one first. And yeah, I need to use up this gold paint. I might just start painting some scraps that I have in that box above. I gotta find a place where did it come from? And I don't think you have to use metallics. I am just using metallic because that's what I have out here. Put that back in there. All right. I want to try this. If I can get it open. When I have a stuck jar, I take my scissors and kind of just break that seal. If you have a plastic lid like this, it works best because they're a little pliable. I don't know if this is gonna, yeah, I'm just kind of breaking the seal here. I don't know if I did it. There. And this is oily on top. This is a Deco Art Bright Metallic Paint. Let's get a stir stick here. And I've had this paint for, if I don't start using this paint, it's all gonna get thick and spoil on me. This is still good. But look how much I have. And I guarantee you I did not buy this new. I probably found it at, well, I don't think I found this at the thrift store. Probably found it on sale. That's an awful lot. But we're going to save it off here. And this brush is a blue brush anyway, so it won't hurt if I get a little paint on the handle. Put it in the water. Now I need a brush to paint with. I want to do this side. I want to do this side where it's folded and see if that makes a nice crease. Not getting enough paint on it. I want to tell you, July the 2nd, is that next? I'll have to check my calendar. July the 2nd, I have a dentist appointment in Lincoln at 10 a.m. and it takes a little over an hour to get up there. So I will not be streaming. I think that's on a Tuesday morning. I will not be streaming July the 2nd in the morning. I'll be getting up early. And I have to go a little early because I have to fill out the registration. They asked me to fill it out online, and I looked at it, and they wanted my social security number and all of my information, and I'm going, nope, not going to do it online. I'll do it when I get there, and you'll probably put it in your base and then get hacked. Let's see what this did. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Could mix the two, but no, I was going to do, I had a curved one, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. Maybe that was on the other. Do it that way. Right in there. So I want to paint this side. It's kind of a slow go here, but it's because I'm learning too as I go. Yep. This is kind of thick too. Deco Arts, though, generally is not that thick of a paint. Want to break it. Come on. See if I can't get the stem a little. I'm not sure I like the color blue for leaf, but that made a pretty print. Let's try this one. He's curling up on me. I don't know if this one's going to work because he's curling up on me. We shall see. Looks like I broke him a little there. Let's just get him down. See what happens. I like that. Now, I'm going to try some different color paint. Let's wash that out. Let's see what I have on here first. No sense in wasting this paint on the brush. I gotta wash out all my brushes after I'm done here. I'm gonna try, let me tear this off. I'm gonna try a different color of paint. Just an acrylic paint. What do I want? Here is burnt sienna. And let's try this little leaf. And this is another one that's curled up. I don't know if it's a big one though. And I'm going to get a different brush. That's my watercolor brush. I don't want to use that. This will be the last. I'm not going to do this all morning. These are rolling up on me. This is a juicier paint. It might work a little better. Those metallics were old and getting old and need to be used. The thing of it is, I don't generally use my metallics in my art journaling because they tend to stick. Where's this stem? Where am I going to put it? I didn't think of where to put it. See if I can print this a little better. Well, not too bad, I guess. Kind of messed up that one. Let's do this little one and then quit. Yeah, everything's sticking together. That's why it's a blue magazine. No, I'll leave that there and put this on top of it. Which side did I paint? Oh, that's a pretty one. Let's do that again. I'm sorry I'm so slow at this stuff, but I have limited space. Limited space. So I kind of have to work around things. Oh, and I put that paper right in the paint. I kind of like the acrylic better. The metallic was just a trial. Let's see how this works. I'll have to get some better leaves. Oh, I'm liking that. Let's do one more. Maybe right there. Well, that's stuck on there. I don't want to help. Let's just do it on here. I think the acrylic paint, the deco art acrylic paint, or this is not deco art, just a little craft paint, works better than the metallic. my... No. All right, I'm going to start cleaning stuff up here. That's pretty. I like these three down here. I'm going to save my leaves. I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to tear this off. And let's save what paint I can here. Okie dokie. And we'll let this sheet dry and I'll use it for a background someplace. Leave the American flag alone. Put my brush in the water. Clean up my mess. Throw these sheets away. So I have a clean glue book base if I want it. Throw this away. My sack is getting full. So these were my first examples here. I feel like taking a pen and adding, or I could try gluing down some of these leaves, but we'll see about that. Put my paint away. Oops, cracked the lamp. And I just don't have enough room for everything. That's part of the issue with my room, of why it's so messy, is I don't have enough room for stuff. And what do we have up here? We have that one, we have my trial one here, and we have this one. I'm going to take these off and just let them dry. Pens. the water jar off. I'm going to clean my hands just a little. I was watching another video where a lady used, she used toilet paper rolls, but she made these little brown paper purses. I might save that and go back and watch her video and see if I can't do that. Let me clean my fingers a little. I think if I had a bigger leaf, you know, and just make one print. But this was fun. I kind of like, I'm going to try to draw, I'm going to experiment on this one first. And if I like this one, I'm going to draw around the gold one. This one, I think, is enough. Let me clean my fingers here. Let me come look at chat. Welcome in. Welcome in. I got 17 of you out there. Hi, Tina. Welcome in. Angie says, Arlene, I'm sorry I thought you were leaving, but it was Becky. Becky left. Bye, Becky. Have a good day. I don't know if Becky was in the midst of it, but South Carolina got hit with storms yesterday. And I was watching Ryan Hall, and they mentioned Columbia, and I know Becky's right on the edge of Columbia, or right close to Columbia. I thought of her. Becky, if you're out there, I thought of you. Hi, Craft Creations and more. Welcome in. You did get hit hard. Wow. Did you get tornadoes or just high winds and rain? Hi, Mina. Welcome in, Mina. Wow. Who am I missing here? Tina is here. Jacqueline is here. Arlene is here. Becky said, I'm going to go start my errand running so I can be back in the cool before it hits 100. Yeah, they've got excessive heat on the East Coast. If you can make it a couple more days, I think some cool weather is coming your way, because we've had a pretty cool day. But for some reason or another, our little area in central Nebraska has so far been safe from all the storms, the bad storms. We've been pretty fortunate. We did get rain. We do get rain. I got out yesterday before it got too hot and mowed the lawn. I'm going to play with this test one and see if I can't do some drawing around it. I'm going to set these aside. Or am I going to set them up here, I guess? And I got some blank ledger paper that I might work on for in that journal. I need a pen. Let's just see what I can do here. Let's just do some veining maybe. And maybe a couple outlinings around in here. And this pen, what's so fortunate about this pen is that I can put some water. Let's get another, maybe that watercolor brush will work wherever I put it. Oh, this one will work too. Let's do this. And then I can take a little bit of water. I'm just going to squirt it out on my desk. And put my brush in there. And brush this out a little. Oh, it's not that. It's not the pen I thought it was, but it's still kind of brushing out. I don't know why I don't have good light. Can't see. I think my light bulbs have gotten dimmer. I don't want to scrub too hard at it. Let's see. I thought I had a stronger pen. I need a... These are 0.7. 0.7 pen. Well, that's a 1. That should have been juicing up more. They used to juice up a lot more. Maybe it's because the pens are getting old. Well, I'm not totally unhappy with this. Let's just... This is the test sheet. I'm kind of thinking this is kind of pretty. You don't have to be too exact about your wiggly lines. So, the Carolinas got hit hard. Tina came in, Jacqueline's here. Pam from Ginger Cat is amazing. She's been in here a couple times. I don't know if she's here this morning. I saw her over at Becky's. Oh, and I had such fun watching Dee Dee yesterday. Oh my goodness, Dee Dee was showing different ways she collaged, and she got into those magazines. She was showing some of her magazine art journaling. Oh! Oh, I've got a 800-page one that I got inspired from Dee Dee. I think it was like in 2017. It's been a few years. Let's put some watercolor on this, just for the fun of it. This is my practice one. Let's put some watercolor. Let me get another towel. Put water on this desk, and I don't want to. I'll just leave that there. I got some watercolor right behind me here, underneath my slow stitching. We'll grab this big pen. We'll have to really let that dry out. I think I'm going to go for the browns and maybe a little red in there, make it fallish. What do I want though? It's kind of a... And, you know, all my little cups are gone. I've been using the lid of that. I need to get me some more little cups. You can't see. I'm using the lid here to so I can dip my brush in water. Oh, that's a little much. Let's just grab a towel. Come on. All right, now I'm going to put some... Oh, good. All right, we'll use it like that. I don't have to glue that back together. Put some dark reds in there. What do I want? I don't want to put any green. And I put it on and I wipe it off. Alright, I'm going to hit that with the heat gun because I want to put more ink on here. And look, I unplugged my tablet. Hold on. There, you're plugged back in. Let's plug in the heat gun. These pens used to be more water soluble than they are now. I don't know why. It seems like they've changed the formula. Or maybe they're just getting old. Because I used to be able to use these and spread out that ink. Well, I think I'm going to call that done. We'll let that dry. That was just my test one. Let's try this one. See the difference? When I pen it, use pen work on it, and when I don't. Let's give it some marks here. And I don't think I'm going to watercolor this one because it's ledger paper and I want the ledger to show through. And the stem kind of comes this way. Yeah, I'm going to have to look for some different lighting in this room because I can hardly see the pages here. And these I can, it's pretty solid. I'm liking this page. This page is that doubled? No, I tore it in half. And when you do pen work, I learned this in my freshman drawing class at the university. When you do pen work or drawing, if you get different dark areas and lighter lines, that really enhances the drawing. Like if you get a really dark area, a dark thick line, and let it go into something lighter. That's one lesson I learned. I did pretty good in my drawing classes. I had one teacher I really liked her. She gave me an A, but that wasn't why I liked her. I just liked her. She was a good teacher. Some of it, at that time when I went to the university, it was the Vietnam War was going on, and there was a lot of unrest and a lot of attitude among the students. I did not really enjoy my time at the university. If I could have gone back now, I'd probably ignore most of that. Well, I didn't get very involved in it, but it was happening around me. And I think this was one I just put off to the side. Kind of messed that up. Kind of like it just the way it is. I'm going to leave it. And this other one is blues and browns. I don't know if pen work on here will enhance these or not. Nice. Sending good thoughts to you in the East today on the East Coast. That hot weather. That kind of I kind of messed up this blue one with that one. I'm going to give it a stem. I'll have to get some larger leaves. I just thought I would try these because I wanted to undo that eco dye thing. Alrighty. I think I'll move on. Let's get this out of the way. What's up here? These are my leaves that are drying. Are they all dry? They're all falling. And where am I going to put those? Back where I got them. I wanted to put this watercolor tray. I really smooshed the watercolor. And these, let's see, let's clean my pan out. Oh, my brush. Put some glossy accent in there and dry it. All right. So we have this one. Which isn't too bad for an experiment. This one I really do like. Let me get some of this stuff off my desk. And then we have this one, which really isn't bad. I like it too. So we'll put those up there. And I'm going to squeeze some glossy accent in here. If and I can. Probably the wrong pin to put in there. Some of that gunk out of there. Ouch! Threw that stuff away too fast. I just want to see if I'm going to get any out. Should I feel the air? Yeah. Let that dry. That should hold it for a while. When you leave your brushes in the water, it's not good for them. All right, moving on. I want to make some washi out of the leftover strips here. And I found this piece. This is part of a table napkin type thing. And these are some ABC sampler. Come on. So, which side? This side, so I'm going to turn it this way. Let's start with that one. And do I need to zoom out now? And let's see. I bought some new carpet tape. Do not use the vinyl tape. What I have in my hands here is vinyl tape. That works good on paper, but it does not work good on fabric. Put it back. I'll just open my new stuff, because I don't know what I did with my old stuff. I actually bought some out online, which I think is this, and I'm going to save that because it's a nice oval. And I also found some at Menards. I thought, oh no, Menards is not going to sell it anymore, but I checked again and there it was. So you save these. I have a hard time finding ovals. Put that in my trash. It's not trash, it's scraps. And of course I have to get the plastic off of it somehow. Do this so crazy. There we go. And always use an old pair of scissors when you're working with this carpet tape, because it is sticky. And let's see, my carpet tape is 2 inches, and this is 2, 4, 6, 8. Am I gonna get that lucky? 2, 4, 6, almost 8. Get this out of the way. Oh, did it not come off over here? And a piece of tape there to hold it down. Now, let's see if I can find, I thought I saved some off in my scrap box, some release papers. I needed to get this out anyway. And my scrap box seems to be mostly paper scraps, paper cutoffs. Some release paper here. And we'll put this one in. I don't have images and stuff in here. This is mostly just cut off some blank papers. I might have to readjust this. I tend to put my images in a plastic bag type thing. All right. The reason I got out some release paper is I tear off a little and I put it right in here so that when I cut this, which I'm going to do now, when I cut it, it saves the blades of my scissors from getting so sticky. Let's take that off. Uh-oh. This is kind of a refill Thursday. I want to do some art journaling though. See how this can stick to it. Yeah, I'll have to cut that off. That's messed up. Mess it up. It's too expensive to mess up. $10 a roll. Throw that away, because I'll never get that. I'll never get that apart. One more. One more. It works better this way. Yeah, come on. Well, I guess I'll cut it first. And see, when it's down there, it is down there. I wanted to smooth that out, but it's not going to lift up. Let's cut this off in here. And it gets kind of crazy in there. I'm just going to cut that at an angle because it's gonna stick onto whatever. I can't get that trimmed off a little too. See how it sticks to your scissors and to your fingers. Alrighty. And these scissors are not good for cutting fabric. There's one. Let me cut that off. Cool. And I'm cutting in between, so it's safe to use because I'm just cutting the fabric. There's one, very cool. Throw these away. Very cool. So there's that. I'll have these to play with, maybe in my journal. And this one I think is going to be a little thin. Well, it might be just 2 inches most of the way. Maybe I'll trim it right here. And I think I can get 2 inches out of the rest. So, what was that? A paper clip. Been looking for one of those thinner ones. Tammy taught block tatting, and she even did the needle stuff Tuesday afternoon, and you need a paper clip, and I didn't have a paper clip at hand, so I used a little crochet placer. Let's get this off. And it was a little bit too large, too wide. Come on. Now I gotta be kind of careful. might work better this way on this one. I can see where I'm going. And there's that one. Very cool. I think I'll fold this one because I don't know how I want to use it. Now we just have the ABCs to do. And these are cool. And they are, if I'm lucky, 6 inches, not probably about 5 3/4. So I'll have a trim. I wonder if I have something I can put there. About 5 1/2, really. Oh. So I have to move things around here. Hold on. To get to my fabric box, which of course is under my toolbox, which is holding my leaves. I'm looking for a piece of fabric that I can put right down there. I got that ledger. I got that. Oh, here we go. We'll use a strip of this. Hold it, I gotta put this back. Look. Oh. These I've already stripped. And I think one of these might be good. And I'm not going to fool with these. Well, I could do a couple of these wider ones. I'll hold that out for a minute. Oh, shit. This was a fat quarter that was half price, and I liked all the little stripes. I thought they'd make nice little pieces, so I bought them. I've got a lot of little pieces here. And do I want this one? I don't think I do. This one I'm going to use here. Okay. These I'm going to fold up again, and I'll use these in my slow stitching, whatever. Okay. The threads off. Let's move these out of the way. And when I get to this point, I'm going to put this on here. And I probably have to come underneath with a glue or something where well, maybe my tape. Let's see. I'll work with that when I get there. Let's start over here. And do I want the salvage? Well, I'm going to, because I can cut it and make tape out of it. And it's always so hard for me to see the edge. No, that's good enough. See, I can cut this off and make tape this piece of tape. All right, I want a piece of paper here. Yeah, I didn't quite get that. It's so hard to do those little pieces. A little edges left here. Yeah. Still, it's still sticky there. Sticky on my scissors, sticky on my fingers. Let's try one more time. I might have to cut the fabric a little. Let's just do that. There. Sticky. All right. Now, I might just leave that, not try to make tape out of it. And let's just cut. Oh, it's got the paper on it. I could make half and half, but it's kind of uneven. There we go. I'll save that out. And see, I'm cutting the fabric between these two pieces. I'm not cutting on the tape. So that's why I can use these nicer scissors. And my old scissors won't cut fabric. They've had their day. And there is my ABCs. These are cool. I'm going to use those in that journal too. Now I have a strip here. I've got these. And I've got some of this wider pieces here. And I think it'll go easier to put the tape on the fabric rather than the... I like to take these back off. Or the fabric on the tape, I mean. Hold up, let's put it this way. But to do that, I need to spread some out. Keep that from rolling. Now, little crease in there. Very much of that release paper that I covered up. And I have a strip here that I can cut off. Very wonky. I'm holding it in the air. But in the long run, it won't matter much. Kind of wonky here. I can trim some of this wonkiness off. There we go. Being stubborn. And of course I can use this in my slow stitch. So there's a piece of washi tape, and I can cut that down if I want, because it's easier to cut now that the release paper's on the back of it. Let's do one more. I actually have 3 more, but I'm only going to do one more. I was watching a video last night, and the lady was showing her cleanup of reorg of her craft room, and she was talking about, she said, if you get a table or a desk, don't pay a lot of money for it because you're going to mess it all up. She was right. And this desk is an old school desk of my brother's. And I have messed it up. I'm not getting this on. Right. Let's do it this way, Mary. Ah! My fingers are sticking to it. When you just do one piece like this, it's easier to put the fabric down on the tape rather than the tape down on the fabric. I don't know if I can work those out. I might be able to. There we go. And let me cut this off, and we'll call this the last piece. And do I want to trim that? I think I'll trim it when I use it, because it goes pretty wonky. Could trim easier to trim it here. Oh, my brother's up. Heard him coughing in there. I think I have to look out the curtain and see what the weather's like out there. Yeah, gray skies. We may get some more rain today, this morning. Hopefully it'll clear up a little tomorrow. Yeah, I'm just about done here. Hold on. Yeah, not too bad of a trim job. So, in my journal, I can work with this and this and these and my leaves. Let's put these scissors back. And we'll take these and put them back. And this little one. There's another one of those. Okay. Alrighty, I'm going to do some journaling, but I'm going to come out and let's move this. Do I dare? No, let's put it here, Mary. Alright, my journal. Alrighty. I'm not going to put this tassel on until the end. And I've got all this ephemera here I can use. Lots of this. These are my ledger pages. This is lace and a couple pieces of tatting. I'll put that with the ephemera. So this came in a kit, and I think I got it from Johnny a long time ago. And I ran across some gold ribbon that I might put on. I'm not convinced I like this blue, but I'm not going to do that today. I have already put a few things in here. We made this bobby pin. I think I'm going to paint that. I don't like that little white thread there, but I put glossy accent on it to keep this charm. This charm they showed me yesterday, they said it was a Roman chariot on a shield. And then this piece is a piece that I got from Debbie Ham, and it folds out, but I was thinking I should do something on the back, and I may come back and do that. But I keep it closed with this paper clip. And we did some napkin collage on various pages in here. So what I want to do is choose a couple pages here and start putting maybe some ABC in here and a piece of ephemera. Let me put this over with my ephemera. But before I do that, I'm going to come out and say hello. Let's come out and say hello. It is 8:30. I've got a half an hour to do this. Man, I started at 6. Well, I had a little trouble. I had to sign off and sign back in. I had bad audio. Yep, got an ad. It's not a bra ad this time. What are they doing? They're blowing up balloons. I don't know what they're doing. Scandinavia something. All right. Meri is live. 27 views 2 hours ago. What's that? More. Is this? Did I sign off? No. Huh. Well, it says I'm live here. I don't know what's going on here. Am I live? It says I'm live. I don't understand what's going on with my phones. I should be able to get into live chat. Was that the old one? That was the old one, I think. Yeah, I need to go to that one. No? I don't understand what's going on. It says I'm live. There. Whew. There you are. Tina says, I had pineapples. One time I had 7 ready at the same time. I gave some of them away. Hi, Lala. Ooh, pineapples. You grow pineapples, but you're down south, aren't you? Brenda says, Tina, I think sometimes doctors assign expiration dates on us. Brenda's going to expire in 20 years, in 80 years. I think let's see, it's like telling a child they'll shortly be in a wheelchair or the time that they have left, and they believe it and live up to the predictions. That's a very good point, Brenda. Don't tell somebody they're going to die next week. Dee Dee, is Dee Dee in here? Hi, Dee Dee. She says, Dee Dee, I'd say that you have to. Dee Dee, I so enjoyed your stream yesterday. I so enjoyed Dee Dee's stream. She was showing collage techniques and magazine art journaling. Oh, what fun that is. Tina says, Dee Dee, I'd say that you have to. That's nice, though. I'm sure everybody that receives some of your veggies is more than happy. Is Dee Dee giving away her veggies? She sure is. We had a zucchini from our garden the other day. Our garden was kind of late because I had to deal with all that dirt. Our corn is maybe about 4 inches high. I'd say it's going to be ankle high by the 4th of July. But we planted that like, oh my goodness, it's only been a couple weeks ago. And, but we had a zucchini, the cucumber's looking good. I bought a squash plant. I meant to get a cucumber, but I grabbed the squash. just kind of like the begonia and geranium. I thought I was getting begonia and I got geraniums. Oh, Mary. And, but the raised bed, they're doing okay. I don't know if I'm going to get peppers, but the pepper plants are pretty. My cherry tomatoes had a few blooms on them. I haven't gone out to look since it stormed so much. Watermelon, the first planting of watermelons that I did, they were really pretty. I grew them inside till they got about yay high. And I planted them out and they were doing okay. And then the rabbits came and ate them. So I tried it again. And I kept 2 inside just for safety's sake. Watermelon germinates pretty fast. And I thought that the rabbits got those too, but my brothers pointed out some, and I don't know if those are watermelon or not. We're still waiting to see. But then I took the 2 that I saved back and I put them out there and I covered them so that the rabbits couldn't eat them, and they're doing really nice. I planted a Roma tomato plant. It's surviving. I don't know. It was one that I got on sale, but I don't know how it's going to do. But my brother's cucumbers and tomatoes are doing, and my potatoes. I've never grown potatoes before, you guys, and they are looking so pretty. And I said when I planted them, I said, if I get vine, I'll be happy. But we might actually get some potatoes out of them. Let's see. Dee Dee's giving away her plants. Dee Dee says, thanks. At this stage, I just post the harvest every so often because the garden doesn't change much in appearance. I'm going to have to go out and do a walk around. There's a big bare space in our garden that I didn't get stuff planted because I was so busy doing everything else. It's starting to get a little weedy in there. I hoed it all down once. We started to till it and the tiller burnt out. So then I got a hoe and I hoed it all in there. But now with all this rain, more weeds are sprouting up. So I'm going to cover that area with landscape fabric for the rest of the year because I won't get any more planted this year. Brenda says, hard-headed. Let's see. I figure I can give up and sit down or fight and stand until I can't. My primary doctor supports me on this. Poor guy has had to deal with me for 28 years. And Tina says, Dee Dee, I love seeing the pics of your garden every year. They're always amazing. At one time, I don't know if she's doing it this year, but Dee Dee was putting her dolls out there, her Barbie dolls in the garden. She says she picks every other day. Yeah, Dee Dee was planting gardens, in March? And we had a blizzard in March. Or was that April? I think it was March, because it was just at the beginning of spring. And boy, that blizzard was a bad one. It took out electricity. We were without electricity for like a day and a half. As Dee Dee's in here, they put my grandma on hospice, and she lived years longer. Aww. Amen, Tina. Amen, Tina. We had a storm come through at midnight last night, Dee Dee says. Apparently a lot of outages in Georgia. Yeah, I was watching those storms moving east because I was worried about the ones coming this way. And we got rain, but we didn't get any bad storms. Most of that went north of us and circled around south and went to, I don't know where, I'm not sure where the storms in South Carolina and that, they tracked through the Midwest, I think, but they went around us. We were real fortunate. Dee Dee, our power's been coming off and going on since 5 this morning. I'm tempted to go check the rain gauge. Tina says, that's awesome, Brenda. You really are blessed, or just are hard-headed and don't want to be in a wheelchair. I gave Bo my portable charger to take to London. Oh, there you go. Dee Dee's sitting in the car now to charge the phone. I'll be sitting in the car shopping somewhere out without electricity. Oh, she's without electricity? Let's see, let's read on. Tina says, Brenda says, Tina, as hard as things are on me physically and my griping, I feel I've been blessed. I was told 13 or 14, by 21 I'd be in a wheelchair. 50 years later, and I'm not there yet. Good for you, Brenda. And there's Joyce. Joyce, I don't know if you're still here, but welcome in. Tina. Tina's talking to Dee Dee. Dee says, Dee Dee, I tool the seeds from a tomato I bought from Kroger. I have about 30 sprouted seeds now that I'm going to plant today. You know, I tried that with cherry. I buy those little round cherry tomatoes from Until Mine Bloom, form tomatoes. And I lost my place. And I took some seeds out of there, but I never planted them. Lala. Tina says, Lala, I had a bad injury several years ago and I lost the use of my left leg. Oh, Tina. So I was using a walker for about 2 years. Thank God I healed enough to where I no longer need it. Yay! Cool, Brenda. We meet in a library meeting room. Pause usually. Jennifer brings lots of stuff, so it's easier for the rest of us. The get-togethers were in an old church that was an art museum upstairs and classes in the basement. Lala, that's what we did. We bring things to work on and show and tell items. It was fun. I'd restart the group if I could, but the teacher has to live in the country. I smell something cooking. I wish I had no cane, Lala says. 2 years ago, I was taking care of people in their homes. Now I'm on a cane and can't drive. Oh, Lala, hugs to you. Okay. Angie says, the morning just started and I'm bet. Been doing clothes, put away dishes, did the hair and all, made the bed and some crafting. I'm sitting on the bed now. Let's go down to the bottom. Tina said she'd be right back. Brenda says, I need the lightning to stop. I don't have anything I have to do, but when I can't go outside, I feel trapped. It was just raining, I'd go out. Yeah, you don't want to go out in that lightning. You stay inside. Tina says, pineapple plants are super hardy. The only thing is they bear fruit, one pineapple every couple years. So it's good to have several plants going. That's interesting. Dee Dee saying hello, Mary. Or is she saying, I was saying how much I enjoyed Dee Dee's stream. Brenda says, my Rose of Sharon is blooming. I was planning to go pick the flowers, stack them. Paint Girly sent me a Rose of Sharon, and I planted it. It did not survive. All right. I got a few minutes left here. Probably about 15. Let's do a little in here. Now I'm going to cut this off and save it for a washi tape. Oh, this is not going to cut fabric. But since I have the tape is in between the fabric and the paper, I can cut this with my better scissors. It doesn't gum up my scissors. And these will not cut fabric anymore. All right. So we're going to put that down. Let's put this in here. Let's find an image or something to put with that. I've got an index card that I could journal on. You know, I don't think she sent many images. She sent a lot of journaling spots here that you can write on. I want an image. I might have to go digging in my own. I'd like to use out of here, but when I don't, I've got a flashcard. Mostly there's a shell. The certificate. Mostly background stuff. Buttons. That's really not what I'm going for. So I don't have enough time to go hunting. I'm not happy with any of that. I guess I'm going to go hunting. I don't want to cover too much of the paper up here, because that's the paper that Jen Fiddlybit sent me. I'm looking for something cool to put on there. I'm going to save that tissue paper out. I can't get that at Hobby Lobby anymore. I'm looking for an image. I'm finding a lot of background stuff. Background is nice, but you don't want all background. I'm looking for an image. I got the dolls. This is all background stuff. I'm going to have to change my ways here. And get out some images. That's fabric. Not one thing that I want in there. Let's take these. Get these back off my desk. Aha! This would make a nice book cover, but I'm wondering, do I want those or do I want to save those? Let's see what I have in here. There we go. We'll do her. Maybe a scrap of this text page. Oh, let's hurry and put these back. I'm going to fussy cut some images, I think, because I've got mostly background stuff. I need images, so I've got to go through. I've got plenty to cut out. What is that? I've got to find a better container for these dolls. I think I'm going to save this for a book cover. Or a chapter cover or something. Oh, come on, get in there. I'm going to get one page done here. I hate covering up so much of the page. Alrighty. I think I'll do it like this. Do I want that there or there? There. Over. I think I want it over. I've just got a few minutes to do this. I should put a paper under it so I can see where I'm going. And I think I'm going to leave the edge because she made such pretty edges. I'm going to let those edges show. We have a beginner shuttle class this afternoon. Come on. It's being stubborn because I'm in a hurry. This is Thursday, so I think Paint Girly comes on after me. At 10 Eastern, 9 Central. And I lose track of the afternoons, but I think that Beth Schuler comes on tonight. Beth won a giveaway at Dee Dee's yesterday. Let's put this right here. Now I want this to come under. So I used up my glue stick yesterday, so I got another one. I got 2 more. I like these Pen Plus gears. They do a pretty good job. I get 3 for about $3. They're about the same price as if you buy a big Yoo-Hoo on. I was pricing the Yoo-Hoo ones yesterday. Oh, fiddlesticks. Come on, Mary. What'd you do with it? See, I want it to go that. And I think I'm going to hunt out my fountain pens and maybe practice some calligraphy. I've got fountain pens around here that I need to use up. I was going to put this under, I think. I thought it might be fun to do a little writing in there. You don't need fountain pens, but I don't know if I have any calligraphy pens that are still good. I did order some Tombow, but I don't know if they're calligraphy. I don't think they are. I like those Tombow markers. There we go. Now, I just need to be sure to save your, if you use that duct tape, if I save the release papers, they help me in making more. And then I'm just going to put her down in here, and then I can write or put something in. I'd like to save the brown, the pretty brown paper part, because that came from Jen. I don't want to completely cover it. Let's put this down and we'll call this part done as much as I'm going to do today. Because Paint Girl is going to be on in 3 minutes. I've got 3 minutes. And I want to thank you guys for coming, spending some time with me, patience with me at the beginning of the stream. My sound wasn't working. We're just going to put her right down in. I think I'm going to leave a little border here, because I like the border. Put her right down in there. All of that. Well, I did the leaf paintings. I did these this morning, and I made washi tape. I think I'm going to use this one as my thumbnail. And I might cut some of these apart. I might make a flip page. This is a ledger page. This is a ledger page. And this one I think turned out the best, and it was just plain paper. All right, so let me put all this stuff aside. And I want to thank you guys for popping in, and let's see, tomorrow's Friday. I do plan on streaming early tomorrow. Yeah. I'm going to have to look for more images to put in here. What'd I do with it? There we go. I'm going to use that as my thumbnail. Alrighty. Have a great day, everybody. It says it's 8:58 here. Tina, if Meri wasn't streaming, that would be a great napping weather. Oh, you can go to sleep now. Becky popped in. She says, I need to do some things in the bonus room, as we are expecting a traveling friend that needs somewhere to stay, to lay her head for a couple of nights. She's coming to see her grandma. And Becky, did you get storms in your area last night? I saw where they were hitting Columbia pretty bad on Ryan Hall. You had high winds. Oh, well, I'm glad you're okay. Go work in that bonus room. You're just across the river from Columbia. I knew you were pretty close. All right. Well, I'm glad you're safe. I think Dee Dee got some storms. They're getting storms in North Carolina and up on the East Coast. Hot weather. You guys stay safe out there. Take care of yourself. Have a great day, Brenda says. Bye, everybody.